Hello, how are you? And welcome to the last webinar and last day of our virtual conference, GFiT. So, this is a platform to network, experience, and innovate together for the future of technology. And here at Good Firms, we bring all the top IT players under one roof to discuss technology and business. For our last day and the last webinar, our speaker, Mr. Iftakhar Rahmany, on how can we leverage AR in the business world. So without any further ado, let's have something. Let's learn something from him.
Hello everyone, thanks a lot for introducing me. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Perfect. So just let me share quickly my screen with you guys, and then we can just move right from there. All right. So first of all, let me just start with today's agenda, what we'll be covering in this session. First of all, I'll be just briefly introduce myself and my company. Then we will just talk about the history of AR, the kind of AR and its statistics, business implementation for different industries, and then we will have a Q&A session. All right. So what do we do, and who am I exactly? So let me just introduce quickly myself. I'm Iftakhar Rahmany, and I'm CEO and co-founder at ArStudioz. We are a software development company who works on augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. And in those kind of technology, often we require some sort of interfaces. It could be in terms of mobile devices, it could be in terms of desktop application, or some sort of web browser-based application. So we do all that of as well. So, all right. So just let me start my today's session with very basic concept of augmented reality. And most of people ask, what exactly is augmented reality? And it's kind of unfortunate that most people get confused between AR and VR. Like they think that both are the same, but it's not. I can talk about about the differences between AR and VR, but in the short webinar, if I had to say the difference between AR and VR in one sentence, I'll just say augmented reality is not virtual reality. Now, what exactly is the difference between the core fundamental difference, if I have to say, between AR and VR? It's that virtual reality cuts you from the world. It gives a completely different virtual environment, whereas augmented reality connects you with world. It makes you more social. The kind of platforms AR provides gives some sort of engagement and makes them more social. Now, AI is not a new technology. It has been used by US Air Force, NASA in 90s. But with the rise of AR-based games like Pokemon Go, we all came to know about this powerful technology that has the potential to change the way we see and interact with the world. Now let's talk about certain statistics about AR. In 2016, AI industry was merely $3.4 billion. In 2018, it became 5.7. In 2019, it became $11 billion. Now, there are lots of research, there are lots of reports, and that most of them vary from, in terms of the expectation, in terms of forecast of how much and what exactly would be the revenue of augmented reality. But can anyone guess what exactly would be the revenue for augmented reality industry and its market? Yes, it would be somewhere between 200 to 500 billion industry. So it's not a small industry, it's a huge industry. And tech giants like Facebook, Apple, Amazon, pretty much every tech giant are investing billions of dollars in augmented reality. They know the power of this technology, and they all want to be in the first space. Now, today I'll be covering some industries that has high impact on AR. First, I'll cover video games entertainment. Then I'll talk about retail shopping, the way retail has been affected by AR. Then I'll talk about healthcare. Then I'll briefly explain real estate. I'll talk about enterprises, how enterprises can use different augmented platforms, and as a mass adoption, how we can adopt augmented reality uh, for lots of customers. Before I do, just let me share some expected revenue by 2020 based on different industries. Previously, we talked about overall market size of augmented reality and its forecast. Now we'll be talking about a specification industry-wise. So in video games, it's expected to have around $11.6 billion. In healthcare, it would be around $5.1 billion. In real estate, it would be around somewhere between $2.6 billion. And just a moment, I think that's right. And in retail, it would be around somewhere between $3.2 billion. Now, most people see AR as some sort of tool, visualization tools, or some sort of entertainment tools that may come and go, and they don't serve any some sort of purposes. So in this webinar, I'll be talking about real industries that are likely to be highly impacted by AR. In fact, there are lots of industries. They are leveraging augmented reality to make their process better, to provide their customer a better experience. So I'll talk about some businesses, some industries. So first, I'll talk about video games and entertainment and how AI is going to change and how AI is actually changing its industry. Uh, First thing that I have to say about augmented reality and video games is that augmented reality kind of loves video games and entertainment. We all have seen Pokemon Go Rise, Zombie Go, and there are lots of other applications as well. The success of Pokemon Go encourages developers all across the globe, businessmen, developers, gamers, to create some sort of similar experiences. And then we have Treasure Hunt, Zombie Go, and Real Strike, some sort of games. This kind of games provide a different experience to gamers, and it's very similar or very close to the real environment, and they make them social to an extent. Popularity of such games can be definitely measured from the downloads they have. Pokemon alone has more than 1 billion installs. Similarly, Zombies and other AR-based games have more than 1 million or more than million installs and downloads. AI is not only limited to video games. In other forms of entertainment, such as music, movies, theaters, social apps, we all see the augmented reality. For instance, if we talk about a Snapchat, the success behind the Snapchat is augmented reality. Like a Snapchat allows filters to add some sort of cat ears, dog's ear, any number of the filters that is on a Snapchat is because of augmented reality. I have also seen BBC app. It's kind of an augmented reality that enhance TV show, and their developers or creators gather more than 280 artifacts from famous museums and galleries, and then turn them into 3D models. So overall, if we talk about the impact that AR has on video games entertainment, it's pretty much vital to everybody. Everybody can see, and most of us know augmented reality with AR-based game apps and everything. So I have just briefly explained how augmented reality can help or can be used on video games entertainment industry. Now, this is one is my favorite, like how as a business owner, how as a retail, we can leverage this powerful technology. So on the top of industries where AR has its most significant impact is shopping. It has completely changed the way we shop, we buy and sell stuff online, offline. but it has completely changed the entire process. And we talk about recent changes. COVID-19 has kind of supercharged all things virtual. Reports suggest that pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital products or digital shopping by roughly 5 years. So like before 2019 or early 2020, we were expected to uh, have a kind of online experience of AR-based experience in 2025 or 26. But with the COVID and pandemic situation, it has just crossed 5 years. And that's why you see many brands are launching their AR-based apps to provide a virtual uh, try kind of experience. So now what happened is lots of brands are allowing their customers to virtually try their product. And then once nice to have a feature like, earlier it used to be a kind of feature that used to amaze our customers that, okay, it's nice to have some sort of virtual try features. But now this nice to have feature has quickly become an essential technology for retailers. Now imagine a shopping where you don't have to wait, or you don't have to visit shops, or you don't have to uh, what should I say? You don't have to go through catalogs and everything. So it has pretty much changed everything the way we interact with shopping. So just let me briefly explain how AR can impact on different aspects or different subsets of retail industry. Like we have here furniture industry, second we'll be talking about makeup industry, now then we'll be talking about clothing industry. Now in furniture, like uh, there are lots of brands like IKEA who have implemented virtual reality or augmented reality in their application. But here I'll be just talking about augmented reality and how they have implemented in their application. So like if we talk about retail space, they were kind of early adopters of augmented reality. When shopper went online, there was a competition in e-commerce. Everybody was trying to sell some sort of things, same sort of price. So in that case, how to thrive your business? Now that depends on one simple question, is that if you provide a better experience to your customer, then they are likely to shop from you. And with the implementation of AR, your customer can see how a piece of furniture would look like on their house, on their room, without exactly visiting the shop and everything. Recently, I was talking about IKEA, how IKEA has launched a new AR-based app for its user. It's, the way it works is pretty much simple. Any user can just upload their picture of their home, wherever they want to place their furniture. So all they have to do is just upload their picture, and now app will process into its backend, and then user will be asked to select some sort of product that IKEA is selling. Now, once product is selected by user, then app just render the effect. And as a user, as an end user, I don't have to like go and visit how a particular piece of furniture will look like in my room and everything. So pretty much I can see everything from online. So this allows users a great flexibility. User can place furniture wherever they want, select color, whatever they like, sizes, whatever they want, and to see how a particular piece of furniture looks on their uh, room and everything. So much flexibility makes it easier for the customer to buy their products, and it kind of removes the competition. Now, earlier I have pretty much explained how virtual try-apps works. So all user has to do is upload an image. Right? Simply, they can just upload an image of their face, wallroom, and everything. They can select a product, and then app will do pretty much everything. They will allow them to try multiple products to see how it looks on them. So we have a kind of covered virtual try apps of retail industry, how it is working and everything. There are lots of brands that uses AR. So I'll be just talking about those brands and how they have implemented augmented reality into the application later on. But first, let's talk about augmented reality and its effect on cosmetics and makeup industries. Just like virtual try furniture, we also have seen the rise of virtual try makeup, and it's quickly following furniture space. They are just following pretty much what furniture is furniture AR based is providing. And whenever you want to go to any shop or industry, you see, all you have to do is you just have to try uh, products virtually. You don't have to visit, you don't have to go anywhere. So especially when it comes to beauty products, everyone wants to see how a particular makeup looks like onto them. And there are lots of brands like L'Oreal, like Sephora, MAC. They have launched their AR-based virtual try all all they ask for the user is to ask for some sort of images from of their face and everything, and the app captures pretty much everything. Now, just let me give you some certain facts about AR and how, from a business perspective, how AR application can do very well. So I have a data here. Just let me check it. In like when L'Oreal app launched their augmented reality, uh, in their website, the report shows that this kind of augmented reality doubled website engagement and tripled their conversion ratio. So like just by implementing a single functionality, they kind of received so much responses from their customers and sales. Similarly, Sephora app saw more than 200 million shades tried so far, and they get their repeated customers pretty much on everything. So I think the process has become pretty much clear to you. Just let me slide it back again. So the process of any virtual try-app is pretty much simple. Like we have talked about how a furniture industry can use augmented reality to provide their customer a better experience, how makeup and cosmetic industries are leveraging augmented reality to provide their customer a slightly better experience. And now we'll talk about how a clothing industry can use augmented reality for the industry. Similar, pretty much similar things are pretty much similar, but when it comes to body tracking, body measurement, things get a little bit tougher. Because with face, you have limited sort of points. You have limited, if you talk about points in terms of computer vision, then we have limited points. But when it comes to body, we have lots of elements there, and it's hard to track a particular body measurement. And that's why it's kind of challenging to kind of create a virtual try for application where users can have a perfect fit clothes. But still, there are lots of companies, there are lots of brands, there are lots of startups who have implemented augmented reality into their clothing industry. For example, I was just going through an article where I have seen a Levi's uh, brand is planning to implement augmented reality for their users. How pretty much it would be lovely to see how they are using the application and how much customer experience they are providing. Now, when it comes to virtual try for clothing industry, it's not purely all about mobile. For example, if we talk about furniture and if we talk about retail industry, any user can virtually try those stuff on their mobile devices. But with AR, as I mentioned before, challenges are there. So there are lots of cameras, there are lots of mirrors like Kinect cameras, and there are lots of special curated hardware devices that have a sensor on it, and they track body measurement when any user come into that sensor. So for example, Zara has launched in-house system where any user can just go and see how a particular tool looks like on a model, and then all they have to do is just upload their picture into it, and sensor will capture their body measurement, how fit a particular clothes would look like, and then the whole shopping experience becomes better. And the reason why people love is because most of the trial rooms where we go, we see some sort of queue, and we see people waiting for their next term. So with this kind of experience, as a user, I can see how a particular clothes looks like onto me without actually buying it or without actually trying for it. Uh, I just talked about some industries like furniture, clothes, and uh, furniture, clothes, and makeups and cosmetics. But there are other industries as well where brands and companies are leveraging augmented reality, and these are Gucci's, these are Audi, these are Toyotas. So what they are doing is they are pretty much doing pretty much similar thing that we talked about. They kind of are trying to provide their customer a better experience. For example, if you wanted to go to Audi room, so like they have limited cars there. What if the showroom that you are going to go don't have a models that you are looking for? In that case, how can you see how a particular car looks like? For that, Audi and Toyota have created an augmented reality platform where, as a user, I can see a kind of 360 platform where I can see how a particular car is working and everything. So it kind of gives their customers a boost and sort of gives them help them to make a better decision. And these all are related to sales. As I've mentioned before, sales is directly proportional to the customer experience. As a customer, if I go, if I see an application, if I visit anything, then I can, and if I have a better experience, then I can definitely buy from it. Now let's talk about meanwhile, if you guys have any question, you can send me a message or you can chat me there. I'll be happy to explain you. So now we have talked about perfect. Now let's talk about another industry that is going to be largely impacted by augmented reality, and it's healthcare. Lots of worlds and pretty much every country is having some sort of challenges in terms of healthcare, and the infrastructure it becomes expensive. And in that case, augmented reality can play an important role there. So, like, I'll be just briefly explaining how the similarities I have explained how in the retailer we have furniture, we have cosmetics, we have clothing. Similarly, I have just mentioned three areas where in healthcare where AR is being used. First is surgery, another one is diagnosis, and third one is training. So now let's talk about augmented surgery. What exactly is surgery? Like we all have seen and we all know the importance of accuracy and precision in surgery. So what uh, if a surgery goes wrong, then this can have a large uh, consequences. So with the help of AR, several surgeons can uh, study the patient's anatomy, and they can enter the MRI data, CT scan into AR headset or any compatible platforms, and then overlay specific patient anatomy on top of their body before going to surgery. In short, if I have to explain it, the process behind how surgeons operate surgery is that they use several techniques to visualize the area on which they are to operate, but with the augmented reality, which can project 3D-dimensional representation of patient's anatomy into the surgeon's field of view, it's likely to improve accuracy and the outcome for patients. So like in real world, if we don't talk about augmented reality, we see a 2D picture of pretty much everything. If there is a radiologist, if there is an X-ray expert, they see 2D picture of it. So they don't see uh, the whole 3D structure. And with AR, if we are able to show a 3D kind of view to our surgeons, then they would be able to understand where a particular thing is there, and they would be able to perform surgery in an accurate way. As I've already mentioned, like surgeon can use AR for their patients, they can use their data and pretty much everything, and they can perform accurate and low risk surgeries without any kind of losses and saving a lot of time. There are lots of startups out there like EcoPixel and Vipa that have leveraged AR, and they are changing kind of million lives for the better. Now, if we talk about diagnosis part, uh, we all have seen and observed that some patients find it hard to explain where exactly the problem is, and they kind of uh, are unable to explain their symptoms to doctor. And if doctor don't understand what exactly needs to be diagnosed, it could create a problem. And that's why that's why lots of augmented startups are trying to find a solution where we can show uh, part of body to our patient, and patient can exactly see and see their pinpoints, body points in a 3D format, and they can understand how and where problem is there. So they should be able to express the better. Once you see in the whole medical industry, diagnosis part is very important, and if diagnosis is done correctly, then chances of saving lives, chances of performing surgery, and everything that is related to them is uh, getting gets bigger. That's what. So like there are also lots of healthcare startups. For instance, like I was reading about iDecide. It uses the camera to display for simulating the impact of a specific condition on a person's vision. For example, if you are having eye problem and then you don't know what to explain to them, then you can use their platform, and people can, or your doctors can understand which part of your eye is having a problem. And then app can demonstrate the impact of cataract or MD and help patients understand their symptoms and the actual medicine effect. Another app is that I found is Acroben. It helps nurses to find veins easily in first shot. And we all have seen newcomers, nurses who don't have much experience. They find kind of difficulty to understand or to find veins of the patient. In that case, such apps can be very useful. Now, our third topic that we have in healthcare is training part. Now, what happened is there are lots of uh, doctors who are not newcomers. There are lots of nurses. There are lots of medical students that need real-time training. They wanted to see uh, a, how a particular body works. They wanted to see 3D picture of anatomy and everything. In that case, augmented reality can play a vital role uh, to learn them, to teach them, and make trained doctors. Now, I have seen medical institutions are now implementing AI into the curriculum-wise to provide students with valuable hands-on learning experiences. With AI education, it would be easy to simulate patient and surgical encounters for students. Using AR apps, students can check out body in 3D format, in 3D skeleton, and this would help them to understand better how the body, human body works. Now, not only AR can help newcomers, doctors, nurses, it can also help patients and pharmaceutical companies. Now, have you ever wondered whenever we take some sort of pill, what exactly that pill do to our body? For example, if we take a pill of headache, how does it solve? How does it, disappear our headache? And for that, we can leverage augmented reality in that as well. Lots of pharmaceutical companies are implementing some sort of labs where they can put a lab monitor to perform such sort of experiments with augmented reality equipment. In pharmaceutical factories, workers they start working without hands-on training as the devices tell them what to do, when to do, where to do, and everything. So once we have a 3D skeleton of a body, then everybody understands what to do. And that's why augmented reality can play an important role there. Now, if we talk about real estate, augmented reality is definitely changing the way people buy, sell, and everything. Similar to what we discussed in furniture and everything, uh, if we uh, if we kind of provide our sellers or buyers a kind of experience where they can see how their property looks like, uh, In that case, it can be very useful and it can help the buying decision much better. So lots of real estate agencies are using augmented reality to create an environment, a real environment, AR-based environment, where they can showcase their properties, irrespective of their size and their location. They can just show it, and as a user, I can see how a particular property looks like without me actually going there. An advanced real application can integrate with QR code and audio video call. For example, if I saw an ad in print media and everything, and that is print media or that print magazine has augmented reality component integrated, then all I have to do is just scan that with our QR code, and it will give us some sort of uh, predefined text or predefined functions that app developers have implemented into that. So as a user, if audio video call is there, I can simply click on it and I can call agencies and everything there. Now, if we talk about enterprises, how AR can help enterprises. So it's, it's a kind of very huge topic because lots of things come into enterprises. And in that case, I'll be just very brief about how we can help, how we can leverage augmented reality into AR. So first thing that I noticed is that is my favorite also is augmented reality remote assistant software. So like if we talk, we all have used and seen uh, some sort of remote software like TeamViewer, AnyDesk, and then it kind of helps us. But what if you wanted to use an application where as a user I can see other people's screen, hardware screen particularly, and explain them what exactly is happening. For example, let's take a very short scenario. Suppose you are using the internet and then all of a sudden your internet stops working. So what you will do is you will, if you are a little bit technical, then you will check your modem and everything. If you are not that, then you will call your customer care executive, and they are gonna give you some sort of instruction over the call to plug in this uh, card, plug in this RJ45, or check the lights on modem and everything. Sometimes this situation can be frustrating. I'm just talking about a simple real case. I'm not talking about hardware, very complex hardware. In that case, what if we have a software where my customer care executive can see what exactly is on my modem? Now, with video call, it's possible, but what's not possible with the video call is if an instructor or if an executive sends or give me some sort of instruction, then I want to be able to see their screen, where to, which wire need to be plugged out and everything. In that case, we need a software enabled with augmented reality, where we can see what other persons are doing, and they can annotate and drawing on the screen to see how exactly it works. So you can see AR remote software has a video call, as we discussed. It has AR effect. It's kind of augmented the hardware or anything that we are going to share. In real time, we can do screen sharing. It has annotation and screen touch movement. If I want to touch anything, if I want my other person to see what I'm doing on my screen, I can show it to them. I can take a screenshot. I can make some sort of drawing and everything. If I wanted to use it on a freeze mode, I can use it as well. So what happens is like if I have an AR-based app and if my customer care executive calls on that application, then I can just open my camera and I can show them my modem. They will see all the labs and everything. If I have to perform any steps, they can just annotate and draw on their screen and mark that this wire has to be plugged out and everything. And all I have to do is simply follow the instruction. This was a very simple case, but with the augmented reality, this could be very simple. If we talk about enterprises where they have lots of technicians and experts, and they have lots of huge and complex hardware, in that case, what happens is that if any technician needs any help with expert, and expert is at another location, in that case, sometimes all they have to do is just wait. And it kind of, it's not good for enterprises. So with this kind of software, a technician can call to expert, irrespective of where experts are. They can simply guide them. They can draw and everything there. And they, as a technician, I can see what exactly actions do I have to perform. So here we have annotation drawing. I can, my experts can ask me to plug out this device or to close this button and everything. So I can see everything on real time, and I just have to follow simple instructions. So we have seen how, and now there are lots of other components as well, but I think we are running out of time. So now that would be all for my end. So like if you guys have any question, then you can ask me. All right, so there are lots of questions out there. Just a moment. How long will it take for AI to become a norm? Right now, only the highly sophisticated business have implemented it, like you said, the awareness issue and implement issue with AI. As I mentioned in the initial my webinar, that augmented reality, most people get confused with virtual reality. They kind of, whenever they think about augmented reality, they think about some sort of advanced games like Pokemon Go and things where they can just entertain themselves. They don't see any business purposes. So in order to solve that, and of course there are other issues as well, because augmented reality application requires some sort of hardware, huge processor. It consumes lots of batteries. So there are hardware challenges as well. But it's all about awareness actually, as you have mentioned here. If we aware our customers, if we are aware our users that augmented reality is not what we have kind of perceived in our mind, then definitely it's going to be helpful. And now things are changing. It's not like only brands like IKEA and Gucci and L'Oreal, they are implementing augmented reality. We have a company and we develop AR-based application. And we have seen all sorts of entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs, small startups, and they are using augmented reality for their purpose. And augmented reality can be used for both the short term and long term. For example, if we talk about a short term goals, like if Christmas is coming, Halloween is coming. In that case, we want, if I'm a marketing company, if I'm what should I say, environmental campaigning company or anything that I talked about, if I want to present myself in the market, I can use simply augmented reality and I can show some sort of experience. Like in Christmas, if we talk about, there won't be much gathering that we used to have in this year. So in that case, a kind of application with some sort of Christmas effect can be useful as well. So people can use it for a few times. And then of course, like as a people tendency or people thought is that it's kind of entertainment app, but with marketing and other companies can be really benefited from it. I hope I was able to answer this question. Now, what's the biggest challenge that AI developer face? That's the next question. It's all about the libraries and SDKs that are available in the market. For example, like if you talk about 2 years back, then at that time, ARKit was not that much powerful. AR Core was just growing. But nowadays, we have seen lots of improvements in ARKit. AR Core is kind of growing it itself. So I hope that within like in 2 or 3 years, they're going to have overcome those challenges as the technology will progress. But as of now, the biggest challenges is the kind of library or SDKs that don't support. Another thing is that AR application kind of required, like if you want to have create a sort of depth experience, like I talked about in real estate. In order to do that, you need to have a camera that supports depth sense, depth camera like we have in iPhone and everything. But Android devices lack some sort of thing. So its challenges are there in terms of hardware and in terms of SDK and libraries as well. And as if both will progress, we'll definitely see lots of application of the market. that will have lots of uses. And just like, in next few years, we will see a mass adoption of augmented reality, just not limited to video games, entertainment, and those kind of stuff. One question has asked, will mobile AR be used helpful for my business? You see, every business is different, and how you can leverage augmented reality, that depends on the kind of business you have. And for that, you need to talk to some AI expert who can sit with you and can come up with a plan or solution that you can implement in your business. And now, I think I have covered pretty much everything. Now, if you guys have any question out there, I have here, like, you can just reach out to me. You can reach out to me via my LinkedIn, or you can go to our website, ArStudioz.com, and we can have a call to discuss your business and how AR can be used for our business. All right, Sasha. Do I have to, Sasha, are there?
Hi. It was a really
Hello.
nice session, and thanks a lot for giving us so much knowledge about AR. I think even I was listening to a lot of new points that even I didn't know. So, thanks a lot for giving such beautiful information. And I just would want to close this virtual conference by a closing speech. In the last 5 days, we have not only come together to hear industry experts, but have successfully created a platform of shared ideas that guide us as well as tell us precisely where technology is headed in the future. The enthusiasm and the love for technology that was pretty evident in each and every participant who joined the expo in the last week and made this event a success. Summing this up, we hope in due time we meet again to continue this journey of shared learning that aligns us all to contribute towards the greater good. Be safe and healthy until we meet again. And whoever would want to reach out to AR, they can actually go to their LinkedIn profile and contact them for more information. So, thank you. Thanks a
Thanks
lot.
a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, Sasha. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good day.